Hello and welcome to AH Shooting and Just Good Food. Today I'm going to be making some jerk chicken. So I did promise a friend, Tim Higgins, his wife had been asking if we could do a recipe for it, so she wanted to have a go at it, so we're going to do that. So today I'm going to do this video. I'm going to marinate the chicken today and we're going to leave it in the fridge overnight, and then tomorrow I'm going to cook it two ways. So I'm going to cook it on the smoker because I've got a smoker, and I'm also going to do it in the oven. So don't worry if you haven't got a smoker, because you can do it in the oven as well. It's just going to be interesting to see what the difference will be between the jerk chicken on the smoker and the jerk chicken in the oven. So we'll have a look. So we'll crack on with the marinade. Here we go. Okay, so to make the marinade, it's really easy. There's no cooking involved at all. All we're going to do is put some ingredients into, I'm using a NutriBullet, but you use whatever blender or whatever you like, and you just blitz it up. Okay, so there's no need for any cooking or anything until we get to the chickeny part. Okay, so I won't go too fast because Tim told me not to go too fast because his missus might struggle to keep up. Oh, you'll be in trouble if she watches this, mate. Right, okay, so first off I'm going to go in with the wet stuff. So I'm going to put 50 mils of fresh orange juice, and then I'm going to go in with 50 mils of dark soy sauce. You can use light or whatever soy sauce you like, it doesn't matter. Gives it a bit deeper kind of flavour, I suppose, using darker one, but it doesn't matter too much. Okay, I've then got 1 teaspoon of vegetable oil, one teaspoon of white wine vinegar, okay, so I'm then going to put the fresh stuff in. So here I've got 2 cloves of garlic, okay, they're just chopped. You don't have to chop it really. I mean, your blender will probably do it, but I just do it to help the NutriBullet out a little bit. Okay, I've got 1 small red chilli. If you want it spicier, obviously put a bit more in, but that's enough for me. I've then got half a square inch of fresh ginger, chopped again. Okay, half a chopped medium onion, then 3 washed and chopped spring onions, one tablespoon of fresh thyme. I've taken some of the kind of leaves, the little leaves off the stems. If the stems are if they're soft, then you can put the stems in as well. But if they're a bit woody, and these kind of snap in half really easy, so they'll blend down. But if they're kind of a bit dry and woody, then just take the leaves off. Okay, so we've got 1 tablespoon, I beg your pardon, of fresh thyme. Okay, so then with the dry ingredients, I've got 1 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ground allspice, Okay, 1 tablespoon of, this is light muscovado sugar. You can use whatever sugar you like really, it kind of doesn't matter too much. Okay, we're going to have just a pinch of salt. That's it. A pinch of coarse black pepper. And that is your ingredients. Okay, so all we've got to do is I'm just going to blitz this up. Getting stuff all over the place. It looks like that. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to prepare the chicken and then we're going to put this on top. Okay, so we've got a chicken here, and what I've got is I've got 8 chicken thighs. So the reason I've gone for thighs this time is just so they're all the kind of same size. So 4 of these are going to go in the oven and 4 are going to go on the smoker, just to see what the difference is. Okay, so what I'm going to do with these is I'm just going to give them with a sharp knife a couple of good scores, right down to the bone. This is going to obviously just let the jerk sauce get right in to the meat. I'm going to make some rice and peas with this. What I'm going to have to make a different video for the rice and peas because it will be a bit of a long video having this video with the rice and peas in it. Okay, so I will put card, if you look on the top right hand corner of the video now, which will take you to the rice and peas, which also goes really well with this dish. So we've got a chicken all scored. I'm going to take this jerk seasoning, put a little splodge on top of each one, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of massage it into the meat, into the scores that we've made. What we're going to do when we take this out of the fridge tomorrow, obviously some of the marinade will have kind of dropped off the chicken and be left in the pan. We're just going to collect all that, we'll keep it, and we'll just keep basting the meat with it whilst it's cooking. So on the smoker and in the oven, we'll just at a certain point open them up and just give it another kind of top. Okay, so these are going to get covered and then go in the fridge overnight, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so these have been in the fridge marinating overnight and they're looking pretty good. So like I say, 4 of these are going to go on the smoker and 4 are going to go in the oven. I'm going to put them in the oven for about 30 to 35 minutes on a kind of medium heat, and the ones that I'm putting on the smoker I suspect will probably take about 4 hours. And I'm going to put some kind of herby ones on for Lisa because she doesn't like them spicy. So let's get outside. Okay, so just on top of these coals now, I'm just going to put some cherry wood. This has been soaked in hot water. This will give us some really nice kind of smoky flavours. Okay, there's that. Okay, so it's smoking well. What we're going to do is just put our jerk chicken on top of here. Okay, so that's the chicken in the smoker. Once I know it's done, I'll put it on kind of hold, just turn it down a little bit, and then I'll put the other chicken in the oven and we'll see how that one comes out. Okay, so this chicken's been on the smoker now for 3.5 thousands already. And here we go. Look at that. That's the jerk chicken. And this one's the lemon herby chicken for Luther. Okay, so that's the jerk chicken cooked 2 ways. So the tray on the left is the one that was done in the oven. The one on the right is the one that was done on the smoker. So to be honest, they look fairly similar, don't they? So let's give them a taste test and see. Let's try the one in the oven first. Excuse me, because this is going to be hot. That taste is amazing. To be honest, probably could have put another bit of kind of chilli in, but that's fine. So let's try the one on the smoker. This is the one I'm kind of excited about as well. So you should just pull off with it being, it's been cooked for 3.5 hours on the smoker, so I should get smoky flavour on this one as well. There we go. Oh man, I mean, if you have got a smoker, it does taste better, there's no denying that. But the one in the oven tastes good as well, so. I hope you're happy with that, Tim, and don't forget to check out my rice and peas recipe, which I will put in the a link to it in the video descriptions. Okay, ta-da!